Hey guys, Dr. Shook here. How you doing today? What I want to share with you in this video is some information on basically, are there any herbs that could make my autoimmunity worse? And what I want to share with you guys is this concept of with autoimmune conditions that some of them will be dominant with a certain type of immune system cells, and other conditions, other autoimmune conditions, can be dominant with another type of autoimmune cells. This is a extreme simplification, but just from a conceptual model, these different types of cells, what we're gonna do is we're gonna group them as Th1, T helper 1 cells, which are killer cells, things that go kill things immediately, and Th2 or T helper 2 cells, which have a delayed response, primarily produce antibodies, and they're a slightly different mechanism there. So what we'll find is that a lot of people that are autoimmunity, they may have a dominance as either Th1 or Th2 dominant. Now there are a lot of other players in this immune response, other systems like Th3, Th17, and there's other Th or T helper systems that are important in this autoimmune process and these mechanisms of regulation of the immune system. But we know that certain herbs can contribute and can cause an increase in, for example, Th1 cells, which are those killer cells, or Th2 cells, which are the B cells, okay? The reason this is important if you're autoimmune is that you may be taking herbs or something that will stimulate this response. So let's say you have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, okay? And with Hashimoto's, let's say that you're taking this supplement, these great supplements that you purchased at the health food store that your practitioner recommended you to take to help boost your immune system or help you fight an infection or be an adrenal gland support, okay, or hormone support for your female hormones if you're a woman, for example. So you take this and you maybe it helps you in some areas of your health, but what if it actually could promote and make your autoimmunity worse? Well, for example, if you had Hashimoto's, and let's just say that your Hashimoto's was Th1 dominant, you had an overabundance of these Th1 cells and it was creating this imbalance in your immune system, and you took something like glycyrrhiza or something like maitake mushrooms, or something that a lot of the things that fall under the Th1 category are things that have this, they would kill things. It's something you would commonly take for, let's say, an infection. Like, let's say you go to your doctor and they say, hey, let's do a colon cleanse, right? And they give you all these vitamins and herbs and supplements and you take them. And little do you know that it's loaded with Th1 stimulants, because I'll just tell you, those are typically things that you might take to help kill parasites or bacteria or yeast, okay? So you take this, let's say you have autoimmunity, you have Hashimoto's, but your doctor thinks that you have this gut parasite or bacteria, okay? So they give you all these things, you take it, and let's say it makes you feel bad, makes you feel worse. Maybe it even causes a flare-up of your autoimmunity and you just feel terrible, so you stop taking it. This is a scenario where if you were Th1 dominant, meaning you had an overabundance of those cells, you had Hashimoto's, that taking all those herbs can actually increase the levels of the Th1 cells and actually promote and flare your autoimmunity. So the same thing can happen if you're Th2 dominant, if you take things that are typically very potent antioxidants, that will boost that side of the system. The thing is that there's a time and a place for everything. And the best thing that I can tell you is, yes, there are herbs and things that can flare and make autoimmunity worse as well as support it. So it's important to take the right things at the right time. Don't just go out and buy a bunch of things, generalize things in general, without having objective, measurable information to help you make decisions, because you'll be wasting time, money, and you could make yourself worse. So I just want to share that with you guys, that there are herbs that can make your autoimmunity worse. I want to give you some of the background concepts of Th1 and Th2 dominance, autoimmunity, and just let you know that be as specific as possible. You'll save yourself time, you'll save yourself money. And sometimes with these autoimmune conditions, every time you have an autoimmune attack, let's say it's against your thyroid, part of the thyroid is destroyed. That's something that you're not going to get back. So you need to be cautious, you need to be conscientious about what you're doing, and you need to think, why am I taking this? What is going on with me? Do we understand the mechanisms that are contributing to my health problems? And if you don't, then there's a level of uncertainty that you're playing with there. So you need to make sure that you're taking, risks that are reasonable, and you need to consider whether or not your approach to your problems is logical. Okay, so I just want to share that with you guys. If you have any questions or you need anything, let us know. But I appreciate you coming here to learn more about your health, and I hope you find this helpful. Thanks.